I can't look at a man sitting on the floor having a sign asking for money. I can't look at him as a man. I can't look at him as a man. I have to say, you know what? Me, I'ma sell waters, bro. I'ma sell waters, and I'ma up it, up it, up it until I can get a cooler so that I can sell cold water. People respect the hustle. People respect the hustle. Doesn't matter what area you're in. If nobody sees your hustle, nobody's coming to help. And that ties me right back in. If God and Jesus don't see your hustle, they're not coming to help your business. They're not coming to help your brand. They're not coming to help your legacy if you're not putting in the work to actually build it. If you're not taking the talents that He gave you, flipping them to make more talents so that you can give Him back His original talents and you can keep what you made. He's not helping you. And then again, if you forget about Him, He's not helping you either because you forgot about Him. You're not praying. You're not reading. You're not doing anything. I promise you I'm selling water, bro. What's going on, family? This is my last take. I'm not doing any more takes. Now, listen. I just had something on my mind. I wanted to make sure that that it came across the right way, that it came across clearly, that I'm being heard and I'm being understood. So now listen, don't pay attention to the overall theme of what I'm saying. Pay very close attention to the details because I promise you I mean extremely well. Um, Happy Sabbath to those watching on the day of release. Today for me is Saturday. Obviously, you see it's Saturday night. And I'm planning on releasing this tomorrow morning. So happy Sabbath to all that's watching. Now listen, if you don't know me personally, if you don't know me super well, just understand that I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I actually went on a 2-year mission and served for my church. And so I was going to say I just came back. I came back about 4 or 5 years ago, something crazy like that. I can't believe time has been 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 4 years in July. So yeah, I'm very religious. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I read the Bible. But recently I've been trying to get back into reading the Bible even more so. I actually stopped for a while. It's been a little minute. I've been gone apostate, as some could call it, man. But seriously though, so I wanted to touch on this, but I wanted to explain myself first and the angle that I'm coming at. And really what I'm trying to say is that God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, any higher power, any higher being, anything that you believe in, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in Allah, which is God, if you believe in God, if you believe in Buddha, it doesn't really matter. Whatever your higher power that you pray to every day, they're not saving you. Nobody is coming to save you, right? And I'm speaking very particularly to young men, especially young men of my color, because I've been there and I know that. And I know where we come from. I know what our aunties tell us. I know what our grandmas tell us. I know what our moms tell us, right? I know the Haitian moms, the Jamaican moms, you know what I'm saying? The island parents. They pass down this ideology that everything's going to be okay because Jesus said so. And I love it, right? Overall, that's great. That's a great thing to believe in, and that's a great thing to hold on to. Now, where people get it mixed up is that they take that idea and they apply it to everything in life. And I think that's where people get it twisted. You can't apply it to your work ethic. You can't apply it to your YouTube. You can't apply it to your clothing business. You can't apply it to any of your creative endeavors because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you when it comes to your creativity. Nobody's coming to save you when it comes to the money that you want to make. Nobody's coming to save you when it comes to the car that you want to drive, the crib that you want to live in. Nobody. God's not saving you. Jesus isn't saving you. Jesus isn't gonna come out with the Mercedes and park it in your, oh my dog, J dog. Like, no, it's not happening. You have to go and you have to work by yourself. You have to do that by yourself. Now, here's the catch 22. Here's the other side of that. You can't get anything, especially if you already are a believer, right? If you're not a believer, or if you have little faith, a lot of times you can be exempt from these things because you don't know better, right? Or sometimes God will lead you down a path for you to know better, and then you have a testimony of Him. I know for myself, again, it's been 4 years almost. And at a certain point in my life, I said, you know what? I know that God isn't going to park the Benz outside, so I need to go work for the Benz myself. And that's what I've been trying to do for 4 years. It hasn't been working for 4 years. So now listen to what I'm telling you. Things are now changing in these last few months. Things are now changing. Things are now picking up. My mindset is changing. The people around me are changing. Everything around me is changing. The people, like I say, the things that I see, the mindset, everything is changing for me because I said, you know what? I can't do it without Him. I tried to do it without Him, and then I was going to come back and then boop, 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 boop. You can't do it that way, right? Especially when you know better, right? So now that you're watching this video and you hear this and you feel it and you understand it and you agree with it, you're done. if you're not a believer, you might be okay. Or if you hear what I'm saying and it doesn't strike you, you might be okay. But if you hear what I'm saying and it strikes you and you still ignore it, you're actually going to be more cursed than you were before you watched this video. So if you hear what I'm saying and you feeling it and you're not ready for the responsibility that God has for you, you need to hop about this video. You need to turn this off. Because if you finish this whole video and you like, dang, you know what, bro? This man is right. And then tomorrow you do nothing, tomorrow will be Monday, and you do nothing with this information, you're actually going to be more cursed than you were before you watched this video. And again, I feel like I'm a testament to that now. I haven't done nothing crazy, spectacular. I haven't jumped out the roof, hopped in the Porsche after I hopped down off the porch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going stupid yet. But like I say, once I switched something so small in my mind and I said, you know what? Here's my work ethic and here's the concept of God is going to do everything. God is going to provide everything, right? Once I found myself in the middle of those two things, combined them, mixed them, did both, still did my prayers, still looked for answers, still brought my plans to God. When's the last time you brought your plan to God? You make all these plans every week, right? Let's say you're an entrepreneur. Let's say you trying to be an entrepreneur. You nice every week, every month. You make plans. When is the last time you confirmed them with God? And why? Why is that? Why haven't you gone to Him? Again, it's almost like a lot of people are black and white. A lot of people that we see in this life, again, and we know what happens to our aunties, to our moms, to our grandmas when they say God will take care of everything. Nothing happens. They live in a decent house. They live in a decent neighborhood. They're not doing bad. But what happens if somebody dies? What happens if they get in a car accident? What happens when the next hurricane comes through, wipes some craziness out? Now guess what? They all struggling. oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know Jesus gonna provide. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now listen to what I'm saying. I think this comes down to the story of the talents. Because it's very interesting and the wording is very interesting. Again, I'm big on words, and I feel like a lot of us should be. We need to pay attention to the way that things are said. We need to pay attention to what is said. We need to pay attention to the way they are said. Let me say that one more time. We need to pay attention to what is said, and we need to pay attention to the way that it is said. When you hear and read words, sometimes it's between the lines that's actually going to speak more than the words themselves. Sometimes when we hear or read words, it's going to be the way something is said that speaks louder than the actual words. Sometimes when we hear words, it's going to be one word that indicates a past tense, a present tense, something to do with a time. Listen to what people are saying. They're going to tell you exactly what they mean every single time. Listen to the words. They think they slick by trying to move around it. They always get caught up with minor words because a lot of us, we don't necessarily like to lie. Right? So with that being said, we try to say things or do things in a way that, ooh, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell the truth or the whole truth. And that makes us feel better. That's a whole nother topic. On to the talents. So we all know the story of the talents. If you don't, listen up real quick. And if you do, bear with me, right? I don't even know where it is. I need to go find that. And we could read it together maybe next week, right? But the story of the talents is that, Jesus came through. He gave 3 men talents. So now when I say talents in the Bible, the talents are actually a certain amount of gold. It's actually a lot of gold to my understanding. It's not a little nugget. It's no nickel, no dime. You feel what I'm saying? But regardless of that, again, don't take me word for word right now. I still got to go back. I still got to polish up. But now, okay, boom, story of the talents. So Jesus, he had 3 men. He gave one man, 10? He gave the second man 5. He gave the third man 1. He told him, listen, take these talents, go and be fruitful, multiply, come back and, bring me a little something. All right, cool. So they went out, they did their thing, a few days or whatever the case may be, came back, and the man with 10, he came back with 20. The man with 5, he came back with 10. The man with 1 came back with the 1. Came back with 1 talent. So Jesus said, okay, he said, thank you for the 20, appreciate you. Thank you for the 10, appreciate you. Came back to 1, he said, what's good? Like, what's going on? He said, oh, nah. What had happened was, I'm sure that, in biblical terms, what hath happened was, what I'm saying? Something like that, right? He talking about something. What had happened was, I was scared to lose the talent. So I took it, I buried it in the ground, and I just waited for you to come back. And I just wanted to make sure that you had it when I came back. Now understand this, that the 5 and the 10 and the whatever, the other 2 dudes, they use their talents to make more talents, right? And take money to make money. So they use their money to make more money by whatever means. This guy thought he was slick or something. He thought he was nice. No, I just wanted to bring it back. Jesus said that he is a slothful servant. Again, let's go back. Let's make sure that we're reading it properly. Don't take my word for it. Make sure you look at this story in the Bible, read it yourself, and let me know what you getting from it. Let me know. To my understanding, he said that you are a slothful servant. He's used another word too, I think. He used something, and slothful servant. What he did was he took the 1 talent from him and gave it to the man with the 20, right? And then not only that, he said that I'm going to banish you to outer darkness. Now, I don't know about you, right? And a lot of Christians, we don't really talk too much about outer darkness. But where I come from, my side of Christianity, outer darkness is like worse than hell. Like there's like hell, like there's like the hell that we all know, and then there's like banished. Like you're gone. Like you're not even around me. Like it's not even up or down. It's like go somewhere. Go somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? So he banished this man to outer darkness. So now you would think like, wow, isn't that a little harsh? Like that's kind of crazy. Like that's it. Just because he blah 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 blah. What can we take from this story? You already know where this is going, right? When it comes to talents or money or the things that God has blessed you with, because let's start there. The fact that we are blessed. You are blessed to be on your phone watching this right now. You are blessed to be on your TV watching this right now. You are blessed to be on your laptop watching this right now. If you're watching this, you're blessed. Let's start right there, because there are people who don't have what you have in front of you to watch me. Let's start right there. So if you have access to the internet and you have a mobile device, it's not even if, because if you're listening to me, you have it, right? Or you get what I'm saying. You have access to the internet. You are blessed. There is so much money to be made on the internet. You are blessed. You have a roof over your head. You are blessed. I'm to the point where, this is a little side note, but I'm to the point where I actually don't. Now again, I'm gonna make sure that I'm being understood, right? I actually don't care about being understood, or I shouldn't care about being understood. Neither should you, but you should care about making sure that you articulate your words correctly, making sure that you're saying your opinions and your truth correctly. So my truth right now, I just thought of this a few days ago. I don't have respect for beggars. I think I lost respect for homeless people on the street that are begging. Now, why would I say something like that? I can't speak, right? Because I've never been there. I've never been in that situation. So let's get that out of the way, right? I'm blessed to never have been in that situation. And I love God and I appreciate that. That is not the trial that I have to go through, right? But understand this. Understand this. I knew that something needed to change in my life around a year ago. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I had 2 cars. I had 2 Corollas at this time. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these 2 Corollas. I'm going to drive to Houston. I stay in Miami right now, Fort Lauderdale. I said, I'm going to drive to Houston, Texas, get both of my cars to Houston, Texas. I'm going to sleep in my cars. I mapped it out. I heard my homeboy Mario, shout out to Mario, shout out to Slice Bread Podcast. My homeboy Mario said if I was ever homeless, I would get a gym membership and I would take showers at the gym. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I mapped it out. Okay, get me a gym membership so I could take showers, I could do my little workout, and then I'm going to have to put myself in a very uncomfortable position. Excuse me, I'm going to have to put myself in a very uncomfortable position to where I'm going to be having a product that I'm selling to people, right? And I didn't know what that product was, actually. I can't remember what it is right now. I don't know if I was going to sell shirts or this, that, blah, 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 blah. But that's how, it was actually going to be shoes. This is when I was still selling shoes. And I was just transitioning out of that, and I was gonna sell shoes. I was gonna sell Jordans. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go on the streets of Houston, find the most busiest areas, sell Jordans, and that's how I'm gonna make my money. Until I rack up, rack up, rack up, rack up, until okay, boom, I got a down payment for this, that, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Right? That was my plan. Now listen, I'm not saying that's the easiest plan, man. I'm not saying that's the easiest plan. I'm not saying if it was gonna work, not work, whatever. I have my perspective. You have your perspective. You might have been in that situation. You might not know what to actually do. But listen when I tell you. Listen when I tell you. Never in my life, let me tell you this. Never in my life would you ever see me begging for money on the street. I don't care what kind of situation I'm in. I don't care if I'm homeless. I don't care if my mom disowns me. If my peoples don't rock with me. If I literally have nowhere to go, I am not begging money on the street. Now watch this though. Now watch this though. Let me be very specific in saying if I was ever in that situation, I would start off by asking for money on the street until I'm able to get, let's say, $5, $10. I'm taking that five. So that's one time, right? I just need one person. Let's say I get $1 from 5 people. I'm gonna do that until I get 5 people to give me $1. I'm taking that. I'm going to CVS or the Dollar Tree or whatever store, Publix, and I'm buying water. And I'm selling water on the street. I'm not begging the whole time. There's no way it's not possible. It's impossible for me, and it's not a pride thing. I don't want to say that it's a pride thing. It's a man thing. I can't look at a man sitting on the floor having a sign asking for money. I can't look at him as a man. I can't look at him as a man. I have to say, you know what? Me, I'ma sell waters, bro. I'ma sell waters. And I'ma up it, up it, up it until I can get a cooler so that I can sell cold water. People respect the hustle. People respect the hustle. Doesn't matter what area you're in. If nobody sees your hustle, nobody's coming to help. And that ties me right back in. If God and Jesus don't see your hustle, they're not coming to help your business. They're not coming to help your brand. They're not coming to help your legacy if you're not putting in the work to actually build it. If you're not taking the talents that He gave you, flipping them to make more talent so that you can give Him back His original talents and you can keep what you made. He's not helping you. And then again, if you forget about Him, He's not helping you either because you forgot about Him. You're not praying. You're not reading. You're not doing anything. I promise you I'm selling water, bro. I promise you I watched them dudes like Ryan Trahan. He was homeless in a sense for those 30 days that he went from California and made it over to the East Coast in North Carolina or whatever. He was homeless. What did he do? He was hustling. People respected the hustle. They gave him money off of the hustle. He said, "Yo, you want to buy this pen for $1?" The people said yes. Why? Because he had a camera and he was hustling. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? And I say this because I love you. And I say this because I'm a believer in visionaries. I'm a believer in creatives. I'm a believer in the arts. And that's the hardest. That's the hardest area to be in. Because it's free range, bro. It's free range when you want to paint something. It's free range when you want to hop on a YouTube videos. It's free range when you want to do nails, do hair, That's free range, bro. Who do I copy? There is no job. There is no test. There is no, let me mark this. There's none of that. It's just you. Now you might could go get a mentor. It's going to cost you though. A lot of us don't start off with the bread to pay for the mentor. So a lot of us need to go back, get a job, then use the money to pay for a mentor if that's how you feeling. Me personally, I might as well have tattoos on my face right now because I'm never getting a job. I don't care if I have to die trying this, bro. I'm never getting a job. Never, not once. Never. I worked 2 jobs in my life at the same time. And that's all I needed. Tasted it. Not tasting nothing again. I barely want to do Uber. I'd rather let somebody else, you got to think smarter, not harder. I'd rather let somebody else rent this car to go to, so they do Uber. I will give the gold diggers, I will give you the shovel. I'm not doing Uber. I'm renting my car out to somebody else who's doing Uber. Now listen to what I'm telling you though. Everybody has a different mission. Everybody has a different vibe. Everybody's in a different position in their life. Some things you'll put up with that I won't. Some things I'll put up with that you won't. That's the facts of it. That's life, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You have to know who you are, and you have to stick to that. How do you know who you are? You have to try everything. Again, I had a job. I had 2 jobs at the same time. I worked at UPS early in the morning, and then I worked at a clothing store named Century 21. It's a New York brand, and it was making its way down the East Coast. They didn't last too long where I'm at. And you know why they fired me? Hold on. Let me throw it back, actually. Let me talk about both of them. So UPS, early morning, I'm talking about you get there at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? And you got to pack up the trucks that do the deliveries. You got to pack up the trucks before they go out for the day. So you get up 2 o'clock. Boom, you throwing the packages in there. You would think it's kind of easy. It's crazy. There's a belt, and the belt doesn't stop going. I'm talking about like I don't even know. If you don't know what a belt is, I wouldn't know how to describe it to you. That's the only word I have for you. I'm sorry. But it's like a moving platform. You put the box on it, the package, and it's gonna move the platform. I don't know where it came from originally. That's too much. Don't ask me too much. But what I'm saying though is it comes down the belt, the conveyor belt, comes down the conveyor belt, and the people in the front had the hardest job. The people in the back, it wasn't too bad. But anyway, still, I'm in the back and I'm still struggling. The boxes started piling up. There's a lot of boxes, but you have to pick it up. You have to look at it. There's a tag. You ever notice a tag that has a bunch of random numbers and stuff like that? It's a little sticker on your package. That's exactly what that is. So we look at it and we say, okay, B, 355. So that means truck B in area 3, and then 55 is like, you know what I'm saying? So this is area 3, and then it's going to be, 310, 320, 340, 350, whatever. So I have to look. So I pick it up, boom, and I look. Okay, this is my truck. It says truck B, especially because I'm at the back. So, let's say it's truck Z to make it easier, because truck A, B, C, they already got theirs up there. So now I'm truck Z, as in zebra, and I'm looking, okay, this is definitely mine. And then sometimes you pick up and it says truck A, and you like, oh man, what do I do? You gotta pass it. Yo, can you pass this to truck A? And then you gotta go up. But they're just coming. The belt doesn't stop. The belt doesn't stop. It just keep coming. You pick it up, look, and you think, oh yeah, I got this. So then you do. Go in the truck. Okay, 3, boom. Come through, get another one. Okay, 5, boom. Next thing you know, when I turned around, it was like 3, 4 boxes. I'm like, oh my gosh. That joint was just going. I'm like, all right, boom. I'm trying to catch up. I don't remember the whole story. I don't remember what I was feeling at that moment, but there was one moment where it really felt unprofessional what was going on. It just felt like they just got a bunch of people and everybody was just doing anything, and as long as the trucks was loaded, anything else in between, it didn't really matter. And I was feeling it, and it was like it wasn't no structure, it wasn't no this, wasn't no that. It was wild. Mind you, it was the seasonal season. It was seasonal, so holidays, boxes coming crazy. They need a bunch of people because there's a lot of boxes. But it just felt crazy to me, bro. And I remember, I was working in this big truck, right? It's like there's like the regular trucks that you see, but then this one was a big truck, like a white box truck. And I remember I was working, and then sometimes we got these crayons, these fat crayons, so that you can mark it for whatever reason. I remember going in the back. I was in the back of this fat truck, bro. With the fat truck, the boxes are heavier, really heavy stuff, big load stuff. And then the organization is, goodness gracious. Sometimes I just end up throwing, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where you couldn't even walk through it. That was the whole point, is for your driver to be able to walk through the middle. I'm over here stacking it in the middle because the boxes just keep coming. Anyway, what I'm trying to say to you is, I remember writing on the inside of the box, I wrote UPS equals joke. It was crazy. I was like, whew, I was beat up, bro. They was getting me. Like, that was a crazy day. I remember writing UPS equals joke on it. I was like, wow. And I felt like I had worked for so long. I look back, that was my second day. When I look back at what happened, that was my second day working at UPS, man. That was my second day, man. I got a little carried away, man. I got a little carried away. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you, man. Me, I'll never work a job again. Never. I might as well have tattoos on my face. I don't believe in tattoos. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but I'm not gonna get any tattoos. I highly doubt it. Highly, highly, highly doubt it for myself. I always thought to myself, I would only get tattoos if I was like a rapper or a basketball player. And I said that. Never had been rapping, never had been playing basketball. But anyway, I rapped a little bit. Anyway, listen, man. I think that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that you got to put the work in. It's January 2023. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And I was gonna go into something else. My mindset has shifted on a lot of things in these last few months. And it's because I've been able to open up, be myself, and be one with God. My mindset is crazy. God has opened my eyes, God has opened my mind, and now He is opening my mouth to convey this very message to you. I feel it. I feel it in my soul that I need to let this out. So if you still watching, you made it this far, understand that this message is for you clearly. You felt it so much, you wanted to listen to the whole thing. Understand that God speaks to us in so many ways. He sends us angels. He sends us friends and family. He sends us messages from what we hear. He sends us messages on our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He sends us stuff on our For You page. He knows. He knows you intimately, deeply. And listen to what I'm saying to you. He knows that you are meant for greatness. God knows that you are meant for greatness. You need to align your vision to see His. God knows that you are meant for riches, for gold, for prosperity. You need to align your vision to His. If you're not aligning your vision to His, you are selling yourself short. If you feel like working the 9 to 5 is okay for you, you're selling yourself short. The biggest thing right now is that a lot of jobs are getting laid off. We're doing 2020 part 2 all over again. We're doing 2008 part 2, part 3 all over again. But this one's going to be real bad. This one's going to be real bad, and the only people who will survive are creatives. That's it. The people with YouTube channels, the people with Instagrams, the people with TikToks, the people that's popping on social media, those are the only people that I believe are going to survive this hell, this recession, this whatever you want to call it in 2023 and beyond. This right now, being a creative is the only way you're going to make it out. And that's a large umbrella. And I think we got crypto. We got real estate. Real estate will always be real estate. We got AI. We got robots right now. But even with AI, you have to be a creative to make the AI produce good quality content. You have to be a high level thinker so that the robot knows what to give you and what to produce. If you're in here playing with the AI, not really doing nothing with it, then you're going to get nothing from it. But if you sit down, you think, you know what, how can I make a bag off of this AI? You'll make a bag. I'm late to the party. I'm slow. I haven't played with AI yet. Y'all boys out there, 18, 19, 20 years old, you just got out of high school a year, 2, 3 years ago? Come on, bro. You know what the deal is, bro. You know what's going on. You see what other people are doing. Stop thinking it's a scam. Stop thinking it's fake. Stop thinking it's this, that. Try it. You ain't never tried it. You ain't never put the work into it. You ain't never put the money up. When the last time you paid for anything to invest into yourself? But no, it's a scam. That's a scam. Investing into yourself is a scam. Investing into your knowledge is a scam. Oh, I can get everything I need on YouTube. So why haven't you? Go do it. You haven't gotten everything off YouTube because number one, either it's not available on YouTube. Number two, it's not available collectively and cognitively on YouTube, as in it's scattered all over the place and it's not a direct shot. Or number three, you don't get experience with YouTube. You don't have experience. You don't get somebody's experience. You don't really feel their experience. You don't feel their hands-on trying to help you. And you don't feel any pressure. Once you put the money up, what are you thinking? Well, I better get the value out of this. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna learn. I'm right here. I'm 10 toes. I'm right here. That's me. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl Jody, she say, I don't care. I don't care if I spend money. It's not gonna make me pay attention more. If that's how you rock, that's how you rock. Me personally, I'm gonna get every dollar. I'm gonna get every dime. Squeeze it out. So you gotta be fluid with the money. Now, when I say fluid with the money, don't be throwing it. Don't be throwing it at nothing. Don't be eating out every. I mean, you know, there's the Mosey meals, Harmozy meals. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna get into that today. That's not necessarily the topic. You go look that up. I have no problem. Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to keep you on my page. I'm trying to actually get off. Get off this video. Let's go. We done. Hey man, I appreciate you watching me. If you felt what I was saying, make sure you drop a like, a comment. Make sure you subscribe if you like this content. Listen, we in this together. So the more that you engage with my content, the more that I can produce content for you. It keeps me in the game, right? It keeps other people looking at my page so that they can come through and hop on my podcast. They can come through and help me out with this, that, right? If you like my content, make sure you are supporting whoever content you like. Make sure you are supporting, because that's what I'm going to do. 2023, I'm supporting everybody. I'm making sure I double tap. I'm making sure I leave a comment. I'm not going to be shy in that area anymore. I need to make sure y'all know this is the dude. This is the one. Let's go. Again, thank y'all for watching. I don't want you to watch no more. I mean, I'm talking about not today. Don't don't sit here, watch me, listen, beat yourself up, feel bad about yourself. What I'm really saying to do is get up, go do something right now. Work on your craft, work on your dream, document the process, post your process on YouTube or Rumble or Instagram or TikTok, whatever it is. But stop making excuses. Nobody coming to save you, and you know that's factual. Again, make sure you're right in the middle, though. Make sure you're right in the middle. Walk that line, that fine line. Appreciate y'all again for watching. This has been Car Talks with Be Rich. And we out, man. That's it.